So, today we'll discuss something about Ind AS. So, Indian accounting standard. We were already having accounting standard. Why the need of the Ind AS? So, simple word is globalization. And our financial statements are used globally. So, we have to follow the international standard. So, international accounting standards are there. Our part we use the word Ind AS. Now, regarding companies Ind AS rule 2015, earlier there was same Companies Act rule AS 2006. So, if Ind AS applicable, then we are not covered by accounting standard. Now question is, who is covered by Ind AS? Who are covered by AS? From which date applicable? So in this regard, when we say Ind AS rules companies part 2015, so applicability starts from 16, then 17, then 18, step by step. Current situation is, if a company listed NBFC's listed shares in the process of listing, turnover more than 250 crores. Earlier when it started, it was given 500 crores. So anyway, current position is more than 250 crores. In the process of listing or listed, they are covered by Ind AS. Not covered by Ind AS, in that case they are covered by AS. Companies AS rules 2006. Now in this regard, I am giving you some more detail, okay, in writing. So what happens? It will be a concrete part, okay. So you see applicability of companies Ind AS rules 2015. So here one is voluntary compliance and one is mandatory compliance. Under voluntary compliance, it is option any company period beginning after 1/4/2015, they can move for voluntary compliance. Here interesting is, suggestion is that once if you move, you have to follow the guidelines fully. If you don't move, you can go for AS. But once you opt for voluntary compliance, you are covered under effect of voluntary compliance. Consistency means every year you have to apply. Again, once you apply, now you can't change, irrevocable. This will go on. Then if you follow Ind AS, no need for existing AS. It means separate set of books of accounts for AS, no need. Once you say that we are coming under Ind AS or voluntary compliance under Ind AS, automatically you are relieved from the AS fulfillment. Okay. Now another interesting thing is mandatory compliance. Mandatory means who are covered under mandatory. Again, when first time it came under 2015, so that time they said from 2016 it will be applied for companies whose net worth more than 500 crores. Okay. Later on when NBFC, they said okay, extra time given to them. Then they said from next year, those with more than 250 crores, they will be applied. What is the current situation? We are in 2021-22. So current situation is, so old history, no need now. Simply we are in direct mandatory. Companies or NBFCs whose equity or debt listed or in the process of listing. So listed or in the process of listing, India or outside India, India or outside India, they are covered under compulsory Ind AS. Unlisted companies or NBFC having net worth more than equal to 250 crores. It means any company listed or in the process of listing, they are covered. Unlisted companies or NBFC, if more than 250 crore or equal to 250 crores, they are covered. Now further interesting is that once it is covered, then their holding company, subsidiary company, joint venture or associates, all are covered by Ind AS. Here later on we'll discuss what do we cover under NBFC and what do we mean by net worth. Later on we'll discuss. Time being, net worth more than equal to 250 crores or listed companies or NBFCs, they are covered by Ind AS, and once covered, their holding, subsidiary, joint venture or associates, all are covered. Holding simply meaning we know more than 50% shareholding, holding, subsidiary, once holding then subsidiary, once subsidiary is sure there is some holding, joint ventures doing jointly, associate more than 20% shareholding, we use the term associate. Now, period of applicability of Ind AS. Period of applicability of Ind AS. Now, first time, here interesting is, suppose you are not covered by Ind AS, you are covered by AS, but this year your net worth crosses 250 crore. Now question is, on you applicable is from now or not? So answer given, if this year you are coming under compliance, in that case on you applicable will be from next year. So first time at the end of the accounting year in which satisfies the specified conditions, Ind AS will apply from the very next year. It means this first time, this year your net worth crosses 250. So applicable will be from next year, not this year. Okay. Say year ending 31st, for example, then applicability is 21-22. So this year if you are covered first time, then applicable is from next year. Non-applicability of Ind AS. Non-applicability means Ind AS is not applicable. So plain and simple, you are not coming under compulsory. You are covered by AS companies, AS rules 2006. So you will be covered by 2006, not covered under Ind AS. Again, companies whose securities are listed are in the process of listing. Here interesting, listed or in the process of listing. 1. SME exchange. Okay, SME exchange under chapter 10B or institutional trading platform without IPO under chapter this of SEBI regulations 2009. So it means in addition to those who are covered by AS or SEBI 2009 chapter 10B and 10C without IPOs, okay, and they are listed in SME exchange, they are not covered by Ind AS. And banking companies and insurance companies, they are not covered by. So banking company, actually RBI Act applies 1934, and insurance company we use the term IRDA. So whatever IRDA, as per their instruction, what Ind AS or AS to be applied, that simply, but total instruction will be by RBI or IRDA. Now point comes, what is the meaning of net worth? Net worth, plain and simple meaning, first, equity, reserve surplus. security premium, less deferred revenue expenditure, any profit and loss, or any miscellaneous expenditure. Same thing written. So here also meaning of net worth is aggregate value of the paid up share capital plus all reserves created out of profits, means during the year profit transferred to reserve or PL, and other is security premium account. All will fall under net worth, but from this we have to deduct accumulated loss, PL debit balance, deferred revenue expenditure or deferred expenditure, and miscellaneous expenditure which has no realizable value. Okay, here important is in net worth we will not consider any revaluation out of asset, any revaluation out of asset or depreciation written back, depreciation written back, that will not come, or some profit due to amalgamation, that will not be taken into account under section 257 of the Companies Act 2013. Now point comes, what do we mean by NBFC companies? So that a different discussion part is there. Now who are covered under NBFC? So NBFC under section 45 IF of RBI Act. Okay, whatever they say, plus it includes housing finance companies, merchant banking companies, microfinance companies, mutual benefit companies, venture capital fund companies, stock broker or sub broker companies, nidhi companies, chit companies, securitization and reconstruction companies, mortgage guarantee companies, pension fund companies, asset management companies, and core investment companies. So what we see, most important was applicability of Ind AS. So in brief we can say Ind AS rules 2015, that is related to company part, that if your net worth exceeds 250 unlisted and any listed company or in the process of listing, they are covered under Ind AS. Not covered under Ind AS, then they are covered under AS. It means, suppose you are running the firm and both type of clients are there, so some Ind AS will be applied and some AS will be applied. So knowledge of both is required. Again interesting is, until unless you don't have proper knowledge of AS, you will face problem in Ind AS, because AS details are there. Ind AS, whatever changes, difference between AS and Ind AS, accounting treatment has been explained, but AS under control, then only Ind AS will also be under your control. So this part will be continued, and you see this small types of knowledge based things will go on. Okay, clear?